The graveyard of human potential is not filled with people who lacked talent. It is filled with people who waited for the perfect moment. How many brilliant ideas have died in your mind simply because you didn't know how to execute them flawlessly from day one? You wait for the perfect tools, the perfect inspiration, the perfect version of yourself. And while you wait, you watch others, perhaps with half your talent, pass you by. They build, they grow, they succeed, while you remain trapped in the golden cage of your own standards. Why does this happen? Why does the so-called mediocre person often achieve more than the perfectionist? The answer lies hidden in an ancient story from the misty mountains of feudal Japan. A story about two potters and the dangerous illusion of perfection. If you feel stuck in life, listen closely. This story might just set you free. In the foothills of Mount Fuji lived a legendary master potter named Hideo. His hands were old, cracked, and stained with clay, yet they moved with the fluidity of water. He had a young apprentice named Kaito. Kaito was a prodigy. He had an eye for detail that was supernatural. He could spot a flaw in a diamond from across the room. But Kaito had a curse. He wanted to create the eternal vessel, a vase so perfect that the emperor himself would weep upon seeing it. Kaito would spend 3 weeks on a single cup. He would shape it, smooth it, and polish it. But if he found a tiny air bubble or a slight asymmetry, he would destroy it. "It is garbage," he would scream. "It is not worthy." Meanwhile, old Master Hideo worked differently. Hideo did not seek perfection. He sought flow. He would wake up, sit at his wheel, and create. Some bowls were crooked, some were rough. He would simply smile, place them on the drying rack, and start the next one. "Master," Kaito would say with disdain, "that bowl is imperfect. The rim is uneven. How can you let that exist?" Hideo would reply softly, "The water does not judge the cup, Kaito. It holds the water. It serves its purpose. Your cup exists only in your mind. Mine exists in the world." The months passed. The great spring market was approaching. This was the day when merchants from all over the empire came to buy wares. Kaito had worked for 6 months on his masterpiece. The night before the market, it was finally finished. It was breathtaking, smooth as silk, perfectly symmetrical. But as the morning sun hit the vase, Kaito saw a microscopic scratch near the base. A scratch no one else would see. Panic seized him. He grabbed his tool to buff it out. He pressed too hard, and then crack, the vase split in two. Kaito fell to his knees, his hands empty, his soul crushed. At the market, Master Hideo's stall was overflowing. He had brought 300 pieces. They were rustic. They were Wabi-Sabi, beautifully imperfect. People loved them. They felt real. They felt human. By noon, Hideo had sold everything. He returned home with a bag full of gold and a heart full of joy. Kaito didn't even go to the market. He stayed in the dark workshop, weeping over the shards of his perfection. This is not just a story about pottery. This is the story of your life. Kaito represents the perfectionist inside us. Hideo represents the practitioner. Why did the mediocre approach win? Here are the 5 harsh truths that Kaito didn't understand, and that you need to learn today. Lesson number 1, paralysis by analysis. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Perfectionism is nothing more than fear dressed in a tuxedo. You tell yourself you have high standards, but in reality, you are just terrified of being judged. You are procrastinating because you are afraid the output won't match the vision in your head. Kaito didn't fail because he lacked skill. He failed because he refused to produce anything that wasn't a masterpiece. And in doing so, he produced nothing. Lesson number 2. Quantity leads to quality. There is a famous study in psychology known as the ceramics class experiment. A teacher divided the class into 2 groups. Group A was told they would be graded only on the quality of a single pot. They had to make 1 perfect pot. Group B was told they would be graded on quantity. They just had to make 50 pounds of pots. It didn't matter if they were ugly. The result? At the end of the term, the highest quality pots actually came from Group B, the quantity group. Why? Because while Group A sat around theorizing about perfection, Group B was busy making mistakes, learning from them, and improving with every single pot. You don't get better by thinking, you get better by doing. Lesson number 3. Embrace Wabi-Sabi. In Japanese aesthetics, there is a concept called Wabi-Sabi. It is the appreciation of the imperfect, the impermanent, and the incomplete. A bowl is more beautiful because it is handmade, because it has a flaw. Your life, your business, your body, your art, they are not meant to be plastic factory products. They are meant to have cracks. The cracks are where the light gets in. Lesson number 4. The Ego Trap. Perfectionism is the ultimate form of arrogance. It is the belief that you are so special that you are not allowed to make mistakes like normal humans. You think, I can't launch this YouTube channel until the video is Hollywood quality. Who do you think you are? Kill your ego. Allow yourself to be a beginner. Allow yourself to be foolish. That is the only path to mastery. Lesson number 5. Done is better than perfect. An imperfect project published today is infinitely more valuable than a perfect project published someday. Someday is a code word for never. Master Hideo understood that the value of his work was in its utility, not its purity. He served the world. Kaito only served his own vanity. So how do we apply this? I want you to try something today. It's called the 70% rule. Whatever you are working on, aim for 70% perfection, not 100%, just 70. Get it to 70 and ship it. Send the email, post the video. It will feel uncomfortable, but you will realize something magical. The world doesn't end. In fact, the world respects action. Consistency is the only true superpower. The tortoise beats the hare every single time because the hare is too busy admiring his own fur, while the tortoise just keeps putting one foot in front of the other. In the end, Master Hideo found Kaito weeping in the dark workshop. He didn't scold him. He simply said, Kaito, perfection is a destination that does not exist. The joy is in the journey. The joy is in the mud on your hands. Don't let the fear of a crack stop you from making the vessel. Life is short. Memento mori. Remember you will die. Do you want to reach the end of your life with a head full of perfect ideas that never happened? Or a life full of messy, real, beautiful experiences? Don't carry the weight of the world alone. Put it down. And just start. If you are ready to let go of perfectionism and start living with purpose, subscribe to this channel. And I want you to make a pledge. Go to the comments below and write, I am perfectly imperfect. Let that be your mantra for today. Thank you for watching.